Previously, on leaving a toxic job.
Manager telling on me to the director. The 3Ds had me on lock. They would start shit talking my manager in front of me to get me to like join it. And to be fair, yeah, he's trash. That was like my second week. Imagine me going to a manager and telling them about how they fucked up and them being like, okay, we investigated ourselves and we found out that we actually didn't do anything wrong. Yo, welcome back to me exposing my shitty ex-employer. On the second episode, we were talking about my manager who literally snitched on me for the most meaningless thing. Okay, not meaningless, but the dude did have an habit of saying he's the most flexible and best manager on the whole campus. Bold statement. Now, for the third episode, it's gonna be a bit different. I'm not gonna actually tell you a specific story or situation. I'm rather gonna dedicate this episode to some context. For the third episode, we'll be introducing the 3Ds. And that's how you can tell that I'm a child. Every time I think about the 3Ds, I only think about 3Ds nuts. By the way, you like my shirt? Like Yuji Tadori. Ora gambare gambare. There is one actual campus director. That would be the one director. Then there's two associate directors, which basically are just assistants. So following my email about my abusive manager that was encouraged and sanctioned by the professional director, my department was taken from under her and brought directly to the campus director. This would have pros and cons on the long run. Now, if you have to talk about the 3Ds because their names start with a D, there would be, among the 3Ds, the brain, the bully, and the bitch that makes the decisions. The associate director for the professional side would be the bully. She has actual power and is extremely aggressive and hypocritical. I remember her telling some colleagues of mine, who are actually my friends too, to avoid me because I'm supposedly bad at my job, but then she'd ask me to do a million things for her and to avoid staff that directly report to her, such as the graphic designer. Bitch, why are you shit talking your own stuff like that? Then you would have a brain. She is relatively nice, albeit hypercritical. She can be useful. She's nice to some students, or at least she's nice to the students she wants to be nice to. But the thing is, no matter the good qualities that she could actually have and actually display, unlike the other two, who had nothing good on display, I judge people on who they associate with. If you're an actual good person who genuinely does things because they need to be done or because it's the right thing to do, you wouldn't just be friends with Hitler, would you? Then finally, there's a bitch that makes the decisions. Satan. Well, if I may say so myself, I've met my share of people. A lot of them bad, to varying degrees. No one as manipulative and as purely evil as this one. Her main tactic is to put people on a pedestal and keep you eating out of her hands, but to make you feel like you could never make it without her. A lot of people who've met that person will get that realization by hearing what I just said. So she kinda makes it like it's pointless to try and free yourself, or to become more than what she made you into. Sadly, many more good people still believe in that. She will actively entangle with students. Once she proudly boasted to me that she had a student who was dating another student to cheat on that another student with her. And fun fact, when that student who got cheated on would pass by campus, that bitch will make it a point to go and greet her as if they are long-time pals. But yeah, she would use that same tactic with students, to put you on a pedestal. And she's mostly hanging with the ones considered as cool. Someone mentioned it when I put it on my Instagram, that like, the cool kids are the ones who smoke, people who made partying their one personality trait, and they're the ones who at the end of the day get these privileges. So that's the crowd. Actually, by doing this, she's using them to put her people strategically in ambassador roles or the student council. Side note, student council must have been a joke term because I thought a council of students took care of making students' lives better, not to find new reasons to throw a rage on campus every 2 months, particularly not to have sociocultural groups in on it. She will often favor local students against international ones quite blatantly. I remember the student council elections, I think it was last year's. She would legit answer questions for the local candidates. But basically, the 3Ds believe that the campus belongs to them. Their whole life is centered around that job. They don't even actually see it as a job anymore. I know people have been saying that bullshit of find something you love and you'll never work for a single day in your life. But that's pushing it. Particularly if you're gonna be that evil. I remember once saying one thing to the bitch that makes the decisions, but clearly I've got too much work for salary I got. Well, I still believe that. And she told me that like, it's a state of mind. For example, she knows she isn't paid as much as what she's doing and what she's working on, which is a lie, she's paid way too much, but that she doesn't mind because she loves what she's doing. But yeah, that's a very quick overview of the 3Ds, and that's absolutely not gonna do them justice. They would warrant a Spider-Man No Way Home runtime to try and even get close to being portrayed accurately. But hey, since I don't have this time right now and I just wanted to give context, here's the end of the third episode, which was mostly centered around being context. And I'm inviting everyone who've met them to give their experience with the 3Ds. I'm more than keen to hear. And try and stop that reign of terror, I think. I mean, they must have been over the moon when I said I was leaving. Like, I'm not kidding. I was the one obstacle they had. But oh well, I can't keep fighting battles for everyone. I tried. As usual, you're more than welcome to share your experience about this whole thing. And I'll see ya soon. Yo.